y'all. I'm your host, Mrs. Snarky, and I'm here with my panel to let y'all know what's happening. Make sure that you check out my Patreon so you can join the after show and other good things. And also, I have Streamlabs because I'm not monetized. It's streamlabs.com. What was it? Mrs. Snarky. Mrs. Snarky. And I've got awesome panel starting with my wonderful producer, Objectively Subjective. Introduce yourself.
I am Maddie of the Objectively Subjective channel. Tune in Monday night. We have a new show, Apolitical Philosophy with Faithless Southerner and Mrs. Snarky. Then Wednesday nights is the THC Power Hour with #Heathen. It's hashtag in my meme review, clip review, and just all things wacky. And then, as always, Friday nights at 7 p.m. is On Our Last Nerve with Mrs. Snarky, #Heathen, and Faithless Southerner. So subscribe, and yeah.
All right, excellent. And next up, we have #Heathen.
Hey, all. I'm like Maddie said, I'm on their channel on Tuesday nights and Friday nights, and then I'm here on Saturdays. And I have stuff on my channel. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's Wednesdays. We moved it. Apparently, brain hasn't caught up to that yet.
Way to confuse people, Maddie.
I know. It's confusing. It's hard.
I know.
But, so yeah, check out my channel too. I have some stuff on there. Billy Hill is the most recent. And then other stuffs. So yeah.
Awesome stuff for the deadly bush there. We also have Faithless Southerner.
Howdy, y'all. You can, of course, find me on Maddie's channel and this channel and on my channel, which has a very strict release schedule of one video per 6-ish months. Go sub.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's worth the wait, y'all. It really is.
Ish.
Speaking of worth waiting for, we also have Red Vencher.
Hey, how's it going? I'm usually here most Saturdays doing this. I got my own channel. New video out tomorrow evening. So go ahead and subscribe.
Awesome. So you're getting more videos out than Evans is now, huh?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
But I still beat Red to the initial video, and that's all that matters.
Oh, that's what you keep saying that. I think you believe it, but I don't know if I do. All right, so I guess we'll go ahead and get started. We've got some stuff, y'all. I'm gonna start us off with this video. Scares the shit out of me. I don't know about y'all, but here we go. Oh, I don't think I shared the audio, did I? I guess we don't need to hear it. So yeah.
I was just saying we could do the sound effects.
All it is it's just got the bing bing music. So these people are in these cars that have the autopilot, and they're sleeping. They're just sleeping on the freeway. Just yeah.
They're just soshing it out.
Oh, that's terrible.
That is low.
Wow.
Why did you go there, Matt?
We are looking for a new producer now.
I love Sosh, and I wanted just to mention Sosh.
Every week we say we need a new producer, but
that's
dude.
It's cruel and unusual.
So apparently this happens more often than I'm comfortable with.
Yeah.
Like straight up.
Yeah, it's not a self-driving system.
Like, why are these people doing this? I mean, don't they know that they're risking their lives for a fucking nap? Like,
I think you're underestimating how stupid people are.
I might be.
That is true.
I just might be. Comments?
Don't do this.
Yeah, not at all. I wish I could remember. I had a high school teacher talk about cruise control and stuff when that came out. And there was a story, and I wish I could remember it off the top of my head, but people are stupid. It's
Well,
Someone thought so. I think the point of it was that somebody thought that cruise control meant the car was going to drive for you.
Yeah, no.
No,
Doesn't
and
work
then
that
they
way.
crashed it.
Mm.
yeah, it really, really sucks when things crash.
Ba-doom.
Yes.
Somebody want to explain that one? Maddie, you want to?
You want
We
to go
should-
for it?
You see, when I was talking before, I had the window screen, and then I crashed, and it was blue screen.
You should do the vape thing so people can see it better.
It's not going to
I was
work
gonna
now.
say.
Oh, there it went.
But it wasn't on blue screen. Well, anyways. So, anything else on this driving thing? This fucking...
Don't do that.
No.
Yeah, just don't. They're not there yet.
And if you're driving, don't be filming the person that's falling asleep in
Right.
their Tesla.
Also not safe.
Yeah, that's not safe either.
Probably not.
Hopefully, this was somebody in the back seat of a car filming.
What you need to do is you need to take your car and you just need to nudge them a bit.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Just-
the safest way.
I don't think, no. And the video said that they honked, they tried to get their
Well,
attention.
you roll your window down, you pull over as close as you can get, you reach out and you knock on their window.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I can't see anything going wrong with that.
We say
No.
that these people have fallen asleep. They may have died if they were honking and couldn't get them. That would be terrible, right? What would happen? I want to know. Does Tesla have a fail safe for that? Needs to
Oh,
monitor your pulse or something.
Good.
yeah. All I can say is this is all Tesla's fault.
I mean, I mentioned this. We talked about this on Our Last Nerve not that long ago, where these self-driving cars, they're going to get to the point where some kid runs out to meet grandma and grandma's dead.
Yep.
I shouldn't be laughing.
That's
Grandma,
hilarious.
grandma's here. Grandma's not breathing.
We're awful people.
No, but think about, if they did have some sort of life detecting systems, your self-driving car could take you to the hospital.
Right, yeah.
Right? You start having a heart attack and it detects it and it's like, hey, let's get this person to the ER.
That would be
Lives saved by Teslas.
Your GPS says you have reached your destination. Your final destination.
oh my.
They said to get shock collars for the drive.
Yes. I don't see how that could ever lead to anything bad.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Grandma's not breathing and smells funnier than usual.
Wow, did you get your hair done?
Is that a perm?
Wow. Looks a little frizzy.
I tell you what, Grandpa said it was the most peaceful drive he's had in years.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Okay.
I want to
think,
die.
I think we've reached the point of no return on this topic. So
Yep. Let's move on.
let's move on to something really wonderful. A fucking college student was accused of sexual battery and released after the attorney argued that he was high achieving. Now, this sumbitch, of course, Florida College resident assistant. So he was an RA in one of the college facilities, like a dorm. They have RAs that reside over to make sure that people behave, which so this is another case of somebody using their authority to sexually batter someone else. And apparently he had gotten drunk and he told the victim that he needed help, and he asked for water and she helped him to his dorm room, and apparently he forced himself on her. And he repeatedly asked for sex. She refused. She protested. She tried to leave, but he wouldn't let her. And apparently he picked her up off the ground, pinned her to the bed, and tried to put his fingers in her underwear. the victim was able to leave and went back to her dorm room. But later on, this sumbitch went to her dorm room as an RA, so he had access, went in there and tried to lay down beside her. And the only reason that he left was because her roommate caught him and said, "You need to get out of here." So anyway, he's supposed to graduate in May 2020 with degrees in business administration and economics. And his attorney stated that he's a high achieving student and has personally performed more than 210 hours of community service in the last 2 years. So, yeah, his attorney argued that him being released would allow him to complete his degree. And also, he argued something about preparing for Hurricane Dorian to help his parents. And also argued that it was a misunderstanding between friends fueled by alcohol. So, yeah, he is ordered to wear a GPS monitor. We don't know when his next court appearance is, but yeah, no jail time. Just let him go.
Bullshit.
Yeah, because he's high achieving.
Just fuck you. Seriously. I don't care if you're acing all of your course. I don't care if you're the fucking dean of a college. You do this shit, you're done.
Yeah. It's disgusting. I don't understand the notion that, well, this person, they get good grades. They've helped their community some, so we can look past this attempted rape.
It's so disgusting. It's like the motherfuckers that are like, well, I donate to charity, so I just did this one thing 20 years ago that was criminal and ruined someone's life. Which, by the way, most sexual assault victims that go to university, go to college, usually they have to drop out because it's just too traumatic and they don't feel safe on campus anymore.
Mhm.
What about her? Is she not high achieving enough? Like, what the fuck?
It's just complete disregard for the victim in this case.
Well,
It's like she doesn't matter.
Crap whenever, Brock Turner did his thing. It was like, oh, well, but, he's a great athlete. So we can't ruin this young man's life based on this decision that they made that impacted this other person's life in ways that they'll never understand. I mean, it's like if you're I hate to say it, but like if you're a young white man that is excelling in college, it seems as though you can get away with damn near anything you want to do, right? Like this guy here sexually assaults somebody and, gets off scot-free. Brock Turner does the same thing and, gets a slap on the wrist and nothing on the registry. Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, they say that there's no such thing as privilege, but this right here, this is privilege. This is a judge saying, you know what? I recognize that you're a young man struggling and I identify with you. So therefore, I'm going to help you. I've made mistakes. Who hadn't made mistakes? No, this isn't a mistake.
Not a fucking mistake.
This is you hurt somebody. You criminally assaulted someone.
Yep.
Like,
yeah, I mean, the way that it reads, it's almost like judge is like, well, who hasn't done this with a platonic friend at something? No,
yeah.
That's
yeah,
bullshit.
Lots of fucking people have not done this.
Yeah, it's fucking weird as hell. For one, tried to attack her in the first place, then abused the power that he had to get into her dorm room to try and attack her again. And so, I mean, this isn't even just one count. This is at least 2 counts. He tried twice.
Right.
And just a slap on the wrist. He's a rich, affluent white kid.
Yep.
How far does that go? I mean, because you could go back to, well, Ted Bundy's neighbors and acquaintances didn't know that they thought he was a great guy.
Yeah.
Like, how far does this fucking high achieving bullshit go?
Yeah, well, Ted Bundy was able to talk himself out of trouble many times.
Yep.
Many times.
Yep.
Because privilege.
Well,
Okay?
and I don't think we can downplay it. There's no doubt in my mind that if this student was black, he'd be behind bars.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah, of course. I mean that's not and this is it shows what a shitty contrast the justice how screwed up the justice system is, because think of all the people, especially people of color, that are currently in prison in cities and states that have legalized marijuana, right?
Yeah.
And they're still in prison.
Right.
And this little fuck can go and rape a girl and gets off with GPS monitoring. Like it's absolutely ridiculous that we live in a nation where the justice system is so screwed up that getting caught with a pound of weed lands you more time than raping another human being.
Yeah,
That's just,
this asshole didn't learn his lesson.
no.
This
Of course
is
not.
going to enable him the next time.
Next
I got
time.
a slap on the wrist. I'm going to go ahead and try it again.
Yeah, and next time his daddy doesn't have to pay for his attorney.
Yeah.
He'll have a better job because he's high achieving.
Yep.
Fuck's sake. Well, what do you think, Red?
I don't have anything to disagree with. So
Echo chamber for the win.
Red,
No,
I'm just going to tell you, you've got to stop talking so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're at a 10. We need you at like a 4.
Yeah.
I think I'll get there.
Coming in hot.
Can't get a word in edgewise.
Red
really.
has all these hot takes that he's just leading us down these paths.
Yeah.
Rabbit holes, each and every one of them. All right, so moving on, I suppose, unless y'all have anything else to add.
Fuck that kid.
No,
Actually, I'm not even saying, no, he's not a kid. He's an adult.
Yeah.
Fuck him. But
No.
not in a friendly way. Fuck him, throw him in jail.
Throw him in jail.
I hate when you say fuck that person and people are always like, no,
I don't
want to do that.
So funny though.
It's funny every
Juxtaposition.
time.
Ugh. Everyone
time.
knows that when I say that, I'm not saying I would like to fornicate with this man.
That's what makes the joke funny.
No,
Maddie.
it's not. Ugh.
Grr.
It's because it's so obviously not what you mean. It's
Why are you so mad?
Not.
why are you so mad, D?
That's great. Now that you're all worked up, we can move on to John Bolton.
Well, a slimy shitbag resigned this last week. And unfortunately, because this is the Trump administration and everything is fucking backwards as hell, I have to actually go, you know what? Gotta give him kind of props. He didn't wreck things like other people, even though he's a slimy fucking shitbag. John Bolton is just the worst. Like, as soon as the 9/11 terror attacks occurred, he was instantly, we got to go to war with Iran. Even though there wasn't any evidence of Iran doing anything. He was big on war on Iraq, big on Bolton is the biggest war hawk in the world. But he didn't feel that it was a good idea for just a few days before 9/11 for the president to be having a meeting with the Taliban. And word got back to Trump that Bolton had a sensible idea in his brain, and Trump just couldn't handle that shit. Trump's like, no. I am the stable. Trump today, this is just going on a tangent. Trump today quoted himself saying he's a stable genius and then said, thank you. He quoted his own words and then said, thank you.
To himself.
To himself. This is who we have running the government. But along with
That's
this,
our president.
Bolton is gone. Bolton's gone. Who knows who is in any office whatsoever? Like, I still believe that the only reason Betsy DeVos still has her job is because Trump just automatically associates education with books and has an aversion to it. And so they mention DeVos, and he's like, no books, no books, no.
But the heart of the deal.
No, that's the only book. That and the 2 verses of the Bible. This is the one y'all like, right? 2 Corinthians, and all the people that came out in packs to say, that's what theologians call it. No, it's not.
I must have missed that part. What?
Oh yeah, there was people.
Yeah.
People
There were a
came
bunch
out
of
of the
people.
woodwork.
Yeah. Oh no, it's technically referred to as 2 Corinthians. You can see that Trump is a biblical scholar because
Fucking
He
God.
said- yeah, of course. He said the Bible was his favorite book. You don't believe him? He's a stable genius and he's
Ugh.
good looking too. Thank you.
Can we stop
Yes.
this world? I want to get off.
Yeah.
I know, right?
I'm convinced, right, that we are in a simulation and the runners of the simulation are just pushing it just as hard as they fucking can to get us to just snap.
Well,
Oh,
Greg said we need to build like something that can be seen from space and be like, I know you're watching.
Just a big finger.
oh.
Yeah, that'll work.
Somebody
Wait, they
reset it,
have that
right?
hand in New
Yeah.
Zealand.
We need a bigger hand, the New Zealand hand.
But I don't know what to say here because Bolton was right about don't host the Taliban right before 9/11. And then the funny thing is Trump came out with a tweet that said, I have asked for John Bolton's resignation, and he gave it to me. And then just like a couple hours later, Bolton was like, I said I was going to resign yesterday, but he said to wait till morning.
Yep.
This happened. This is something that's happening in the world today. The president told someone not to quit so that he could tweet about it the next morning and act like he had fired him.
Yeah, and we don't have a national security advisor.
We don't. What do we even need that for?
Next week.
I mean, all the other positions are unfilled. Let's just screw it. We don't need
Nobody-
that.
Who the fuck is running this country?
Nobody.
I'm not
Idiots.
even. Ugh.
It's like this country is one of those Teslas that we were talking about earlier with autopilot.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's been a while since I've watched the show. God, what is it even called? Oh, Arrested Development. Snarky knows this show a lot better than I do. What's the name of the magician brother?
Job.
Trump is Job. Trump is literally Job from Arrested Development. There's absolutely no rhyme or reason to anything that he does. None of it makes sense, but he always has a plan.
He's got a big idea.
He's got a big idea. We're probably going to solve climate change by shipping our climate to the moon.
Climate change is a hoax, so we don't need to worry about that.
Well, but I mean, a
Yeah.
backup plan, you just ship the environment to the moon, and then you just bring some of it back anytime you need it.
Look,
Oh.
y'all are forgetting. We have a Navy.
That is true. We
right?
do.
And we have an Air Force.
In the warm water.
Mhm.
Yes, we do.
Just throw vanilla ice in the water or something.
I guess Bolton, you're still a shitbag, but you tried here to speak some kind of reason, and it didn't work because this country is run by an absolute moron.
How bad do things have to be whenever John Bolton seems like the sensible one in the
I know.
equation?
How
Right,
can
like
the
that.
words John Bolton, voice of reason, ever
Yeah.
even fucking come out of my mouth? But
Yeah,
they
if
did.
you would have told me 2 years ago that we would all be sitting around going, you know, John Bolton, he was kind of the good guy here. He was the voice of reason in this situation. I'd have laughed in your face.
Yeah, in this one situation, though, I
Yeah.
mean, he had a real hard on for going to war with North Korea, Iran,
Oh
with
yeah, no,
pretty much
he's
everybody.
Can I just pointing out, John Bolton's the guy that during the Bush administration stood before the United Nations and was advocating for World War III.
yep.
And he's the goddamn voice of reason.
You need to have your blue screen.
You know what? I was just gonna say there's only one thing that I can do, and it's
There you go.
Do the vape so we can see more of it. I love this. This
This is like the greatest trick.
This is magic.
This is This is like-
no.
That's a good. Oh, that boo.
Yeah, that was a boo.
Weak vape skills, bro. You better get ready because he's fixing to take those.
La 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 la. See, didn't do it.
No.
Didn't do it. Can't get it done.
Oh, that is just weak.
Sorry.
I'm so disappointed. So very
True.
disappointed.
You know what?
yeah,
I
like-
would
I'm very
rather
disappointed.
have Ken Ham as president of the United States than Donald Trump right now.
Ooh.
He
That's
couldn't though because he's
Yeah,
Australian.
he's Australian. He couldn't. But I'm just saying, at this point in the presidency, if Ken Ham were to come in and be like, "I'm taking over," it'd be like, can't get any worse. Like,
Yeah.
I guess
I
we're
feel
gonna
like
have a
that's-
bunch of boats everywhere.
I want to push back on that, okay? Because Ken Ham has this whole like homeschool Becca book bullshit going on behind him, and I guarantee you he would use the office to enrich himself with that.
Oh, he definitely would. But how's that different than Trump?
No. Furthering the dominionist Christian propaganda bullshit
Look,
that we're already seeing enough of. I mean,
look, Space Force would be a giant arc. It would be fucking awesome.
I'm on
In the-
board with the Space Force.
in the firmament.
Yeah. No, you know, until we got Space Force Arc, I was not on with this idea, but I'm with Maddie now. Fucking Ken Ham for president.
Space Force arc. And
Yep.
like, we could send Ken Ham to find the dinosaurs that he knows
Oh.
still are alive. And that, I mean, that's what we would be spending money on. That, like, we
Can we send Ken Ham back to Australia?
yes.
Oh, yes.
Him and the other Australian dude that I can never remember the name
New
of.
Zealand.
And
Ray
Philosophical
Comfort.
Wolf said
Yeah,
the
Ray
White
Comfort.
House will become the White Ark, but other than one president, it kind of has been.
will it float?
Well, it
I mean, if climate change just continues, it's going to have to. But like, I can't reiterate this enough. Like, when it comes to Bolton and his war hawkishness, like Trump did push back on that. And I know you don't like me saying that, but he wanted to have this image of him solving the problem of North Korea because Obama didn't, Bush didn't, blah 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 blah. I've got the solution to the Middle East.
Two
right?
bushes.
Two
double
bushes.
Bush.
Double
Double
bush.
bush.
Yeah.
deadly Bush. Yeah, he wants to look like he's winning, right? So, and Bolton just really was a thorn in his side, I think, with that, because he kept pushing to go to war, just war, because it's all that he can fucking think about. So
This should just show how fucking ridiculous Trump is. For years, for the first 2 years of his presidency, he wanted to go to war with someone. And then all of a sudden, he decides he doesn't want to go to war, but he has Bolton as his national security advisor.
he's
like-
Trump. Do you think it makes sense?
No, none of it makes sense.
There's no rhyme or reason to this dude. Like,
None of it makes any sense.
nope.
The nation did the blue screen of death, and we haven't been able to reboot it.
We have been in that "this is fine" meme while the
This is
house is
fine.
burning down around us for like the last 2 years. It's okay.
It's fine. We're just
This
fine.
is fine.
This is
This
fine.
is fine. Don't worry about it.
Fine.
Just keep forging on.
Yep.
Whoever wins the election, or that isn't Trump, but we're just gonna pretend that Trump is gonna lose. Okay, for now. They have all their work ahead of them to undo all the damage.
Oh yeah.
And what sucks is it's going to be the same old rhetoric from the right. Well, look at the economy, because it takes a while to see a lot of the results from certain presidents. So it's going to look like the next president is failing, and it's just such a mess. I don't know how we're going to recover. I really don't. So yeah,
the good news is if we get Biden as president, he'll just forget that the nation is in flames every morning, and we won't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I went too hard with that joke.
Yeah.
I know Castro's currently being crucified because he dared mock Biden's atrocious memory.
Oh, I haven't seen the debates yet. No spoilers.
They're boy, it's we're fucked.
Yep.
We're fucked. Yay!
Come on, Warren. fucking go, Warren. That's all I've got to say.
Yeah, out of all of them, I think Warren is definitely my favorite. Definitely.
Look, fuck y'all. If it's not Bernie, I'm gonna burn my house down.
You know what? That's
Well, I mean, Biden
making
said that
fun of
Bernie
me.
was the president anyway. So he's already the president, or so Biden thinks.
Yes, Biden said.
Yeah.
Yes, Biden referred to Bernie as the president. And he was like, oh no, my bad, my friend Bernie. You're like, what? Where is this person at? Yeah, we're fine.
Oh my fucking God, y'all. Oh my fucking God. So, anything else on Bolton?
No, no. Let's move on.
Okay, well, this isn't much better. So, yeah, the GOP is canceling primaries to help Donald Trump because there are people that are running against the incumbent president.
Right?
So they are, well, it's not totally canceled, but in certain states, at least 4 of them in this article that are mentioned, South Carolina, Arizona, Kansas, and Nevada, will have to cancel their primaries and caucuses. So, yeah, so the delegates of the 2020 Republican National Convention will go directly to Trump. So, yeah, this is fucked.
Well, okay.
So what does that mean?
So it means that these states won't be doing a primary. They won't be doing delegates or anything like that. But just the fact that Trump is being primaried has already done the damage that it probably would have done. So, I mean, anytime you have an incumbent that gets primaried, it generally doesn't look good, and it splits the party some.
Does this look any better?
No, this looks.
I mean,
this adds to it.
Yeah, it's just really bad optics.
There's going to be voters in those states that wanted to vote for one of the other candidates, and you've taken away their vote, and then they're less likely to vote in the general, which is a good thing.
I suppose. So, just to kind of highlight who is running in the GOP, we got Bill Weld, Joe Walsh, and Mark Sanford. I don't know who Mark Sanford is, but Joe Walsh, holy shit.
Mark Sanford is former governor of North Carolina?
Huh.
North Carolina or South Carolina?
Wow.
He's the one that, disappeared. And they said he was hiking the Appalachian Trail.
That guy?
And then all of a sudden he came back and he was like, no, I wasn't hiking the Appalachian Trail. I was fucking someone else.
Oh my God.
But Jesus told me I'm supposed to stay in office.
Yep.
Oh my fucking god, that's bad.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, it was. I remember whenever that happened. This is a wild ride.
Yep.
Wow.
More ways than one.
Apparently, still 88% of Republicans approve of the job Trump is doing. So, and just to put it in perspective, CNN says just 39% of the general populace approved of the job, which is bad, by the way. That's a really bad number. But I mean, still, the amount of support that he's still getting from Republicans is disconcerting to me. Like, he has absolutely been a disaster, like objectively, and they still support him. It just baffles me.
Yeah, I do. I don't know how CNN does their polling. Because
probably like Walmart.
Well, a lot of political polls.
This is a Gallup's
polls. So I haven't looked into it yet. But polling in general for like political stuff can be a little not that great to go by, especially this early.
Well, yeah, of
because
course.
it's people that are answering the polls. So a lot of people might be pissed off and be like, I don't want to fucking answer anything political, and they wouldn't get counted in it. So political polling, if we learned from 2016, sometimes it's shit.
Yeah, and of course, people are the people who are running against Trump. Apparently, Joe Walsh said, "This is not North Korea or Russia. Donald Trump is trying to eliminate elections. It's undemocratic BS. It's wrong, and it's the kind of thing that should piss off Republican voters." Which, I mean, come on, that's hyperbolic, but it should piss them off. I mean, at least on some level, I think. Not because it's North Korea and Russia, but I mean, on one hand, it's really difficult to beat an incumbent. So, I mean, I can see kind of why they wouldn't want to run primaries and caucuses and stuff in these states, because, I mean, it just seems like a waste of money. But at the same time, you do have 3 people running. So I don't know.
Well, like I said, not doing the primaries will just depress the vote in those states. Because it does come across as undemocratic to not run the primary.
Right. It's just not like levels of Russia and North Korea. But I mean, that's a bit hyperbolic. But at the same time, I do think that he had hate to agree with him, but he did have a point that this is something that normally Republicans would like protest. Right? I mean, maybe it's just me. Maybe I don't have my finger on the pulse of the GOP, but freedom and whatnot, America.
Yeah.
Am I right? I mean,
America.
Fuck yeah.
Need some of that freedom. But yeah.
So if you scroll down a little farther, Barack Obama wasn't seriously challenged, but West Virginia prisoner named Keith Judge, who was serving 17 and a half years for extortion, somehow got on the Democratic primary ballot and wound up getting 41% of the vote in West Virginia. That's just my favorite part of this article.
That's crazy.
So West Virginia is just, I mean, if you've seen their senator, what's his face, they're even the Democrats there are really right wing. They really hated Obama. They really they were not in favor of as it says here, the environmental policies because, clean coal and all that. I mean, that was their bread and butter, the coal industry. So you can kind of understand. And it's West Virginia. Like, no
Mountain Mama.
Take me home.
Roads.
Such roads. But yeah, that It's going to be an interesting election year. I hope y'all are ready.
Yeah.
It's going to be weird.
I want it
wins
over.
2020, I'm becoming an accelerationist.
I'm probably going to be an alcoholic.
Yeah, I'd go for that. That'll be it.
I mean, y'all, we already have an, opioid epidemic and, all kinds of problems in this nation. We don't need this drama.
Look, we all know that the most serious issue in the United States right now, fucking vapes. I'm telling you this right now, that we got to take care of these vapes.
I take pretty good care of mine. It's running pretty fine. Smoke's
I don't
good.
vape. This is Red. Do you vape?
Nope, not at all.
They can take my cookies and cream vape juice from my cold, dead hands.
Hell, I'll give it to them. It tastes like shit.
Oh,
I like my peaches.
peaches.
Peaches. And yeah, I'm not paid. I wouldn't mind being paid by this company, but I'm not. But
We love you, Juicy.
We love you, Juicy.
Juicy.
He's probably going to be out of business, with Trump. But it's a good run.
I mean, it's going to bankrupt all of these small producers, and they're not outlawing the tobacco flavors. So as soon as they realize that this does nothing and they eliminate the restrictions, then the big tobacco companies will be able to produce whatever flavor they want.
Yep. It's almost as if the tobacco lobby's involved.
Well, the
Vape
tobacco
should have got a
lobby
lobby a while ago.
The tobacco lobby owns about 61% of the vape market now, and they want 100%.
Yep.
And that's all this is about.
What? I thought that they actually cared.
No. I like how when Trump was explaining it, he acted like it was a brand new thing. I don't know if all you heard about the vapes that the kids and my Melania has a son.
That was great. She's got a son. Together he's a good young man.
Yeah.
And looks at Melania. Did I get that right? It is a boy, right? We have a boy, and he's ours.
My poor kid.
I didn't import him, did I? Okay.
Oh.
That's your anchor baby, right? Yeah, that's okay. We'll get rid of them.
Oh.
Oh, fuck.
Wow.
Yep.
Everything is fucked in the world. Yay, yay.
Oh my God. Wait. So they're calling these candidates the Three Stooges? That's great. I mean, they're not wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, what y'all want to vent about?
I have my second topic. You didn't let me go to my second topic.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
Damn.
Okay.
Yelling at me on my channel? How dare you?
I
Blue
love
screen.
you, Snarky.
Blue screen out. Just blue screen out.
You know, takes a little longer than you'd think. I gotta get it. Oh.
Thoughts and prayers, y'all.
All right. So, do you want me to do my second topic?
Nope. Yeah, go ahead.
Cancel.
All right. So, my second topic. This is a message to coworkers everywhere. We don't like you. We don't want to be your friends. We don't want to go hang out after work. I have to spend 40 fucking hours a week with you every single week. Why would I want to spend any time with you outside of that? I don't need to know anything about you other than work-related stuff. I was paid to come and work for the company to do a job, not to hear about the cute thing that your fucking kid did for the 47th time. I don't care. I don't like you. I never will like you. I have a good working relationship with you as long as you shut up. We don't need to be friends. We both have a job. We both get paid to do the job. That's it. You know why I never tell you anything about my life? Because I don't want you to know anything about my life. Because I'm not your friend. Co-workers, get a clue. Stick it.
I'd just like to say I can feel the spirit moving right now.
Shanda Moseta Halaboka.
No, that's
Motherfucking
exactly-
co-workers.
Wait
Yeah,
a minute.
no. That's I echo every sentiment of that.
There are a couple people that you work with that we're friends with.
There's, but I was friends with them before.
Yeah, exactly.
That's different.
So I mean,
What? Okay, let me ask you this: have you ever had that situation? Because there's this guy, bless his heart, and he really like wants to be friends, and I'd spend 40 hours a week with you, if not more, and I just really don't want to hang out with people that I see at work. But then you have that person that's like, hey, yeah, man, we're gonna be grilling out ribs and stuff. Why don't you and your family come over? And you're like, no.
Yes.
And and then it's like, well, what? Do you not like me? Or do you, and of course, and like I'm the boss, right? So it's like, oh, you don't want to hang out outside of work, and you don't like me. I don't understand, man. What have I done? Why don't you like me? I don't know, and then you just feel terrible, but at the same time you're still like, no, I'm not spending my free time with you.
Like, and here's the
You're a
experience.
fucking idiot. I spent
Yes.
the whole week trying to fix your screw ups. What? Why would I come to your house to eat ribs?
All right, and here's how it goes. Like, I don't even feel bad anymore. I used to feel bad. 35 was a momentous year for me because I granted myself as a birthday gift to myself the ability to just say no to everything. And it was the most wonderful gift I've ever gotten.
that explains a lot.
Ha ha ha.
Poor Snarky.
But no, here's the deal. We've all tried it. I can't think of anyone that hasn't tried a work friendship. And what do? You get out of work and you go have drinks, and the other motherfucker doesn't want to do anything but talk about goddamn work.
Yep.
Yeah.
Why do you want to do this? Why? We spend 40 hours a week, and then you're going out to drinks, and you're like, boy, that was sure a fun call that we had. I don't talk about work when I get home. I don't. I get home. Snarky says, how was your day? It was all right. What'd you do?
Spreadsheets.
Spreadsheets, yeah. Because I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to be... And
Well, then
It's
I'm
just-
not going to ask you about your day anymore.
no, it's just a situation where, like, these people, like, I don't know why they find me interesting. I don't find myself interesting.
It's a really good question.
Like, but no, I mean, like, I can understand how, like, people I interact with on here, like, they're entertained by me, they find me funny and all that kind of stuff. But at work, I do my job. I don't join in like workplace gossip. I don't like make myself available for conversations or anything. In fact, most of the time, like, the biggest thing is people will say, Maddie's a really good listener. And it's because I'm not fucking listening at all. You're just talking for a fucking hour as I'm trying to get shit done. And so every once in a while I grunt or go, uh-huh. And that I don't hear you. I don't listen. That's it. It's
To be fair, Maddie's the same way at home.
No,
Ooh.
that is not the truth.
I was like, what?
Read an
I'm like-
F in chat for Snarky.
Yep. I just
But-
put another one there.
It's just a situation. I don't know if, like, am I the weird one that I get out of work and I automatically don't want to think about work?
I see what's weird is that I'm an extrovert and that is codependent. So at work, I'm always trying to like please everybody and be on their good side. And so I'm typically the one asking them how they're doing, if they have plans for the weekend. But really, the only thing at my last job that I went to was when one of the veterinarians was relocating. So they had like a going away party. And I was really close with her. She was still she was in like the volunteer organization as well. And I went to that, but yeah, it was a little weird having to deal with the people outside of work.
Yeah,
It is.
like,
It's so weird. And so this last week, there was a sign-up sheet. They're having a company Halloween party,
oh fuck.
and we were supposed to write down if we were taking a guest, and we needed to write down what our costume was going to be, so that it could make sure it was work approved. Like work doesn't want slutty kitten showing up. Even though that's
Bloody
the
pussy.
only costume I have. No. So it went around and all kinds of people were signing up and it got to me and I didn't write in a guest and I just wrote in Invisible Man. And one of my coworkers came up was like, "How are you going to pull that off?" And I just went, "I'm not going to be there.
Right?
I'm not going. I'm not paid to go to the company party. If it was paid, I might go.
Maybe.
I might. Maybe."
Yeah, I hate the parties.
I think I'm just like the odd one out in this.
Hashtag's like, I love my coworkers.
You're not the odd one out. Like I've had like office relationship, not like relationships, but like friends at the office that we would talk about our kids and our home life and what happened and all this stuff. Just gossip and kind of connect and make friendships, and then we'd go to the bar and we'd talk about whatever and music and things like that. I don't know. Like I've had like genuine friendships from coworkers.
That just sounds awful to me.
I just because it's been like I don't know, because it's I'm incapable of like being friends with any of my coworkers, especially with the position that I'm in, because I'm like, I just yelled at you 2 hours ago because you did something so incredibly stupid as to lower the IQ of everybody in the room. And and then now you're like, "Hey, let's go out for drinks."
Right.
No.
I mean, a lot of that too, like when you're in a position of authority, a lot of it is, let's smooth this over kind
Yeah,
of
that's
thing.
definitely my style.
When which I've done that before too, because I've been in managerial positions and things like that where I've had to just genuinely fucking just, "Oh, what's wrong with you? I told you this 30 billion times and you still can't get it right," and let's go for drinks, and let's just chill out and get to know each other on a personal level. And it actually kind of improved the work situation.
Uh-huh.
But but that's just me. I mean,
So, do you know what's really funny? Snarky mentioned that I do have one friend that I work with. Snarky, how many times has said friend been over since I started working there?
a few times.
How many?
Twice.
Twice.
That's a
And-
good way to ruin a friendship,
and-
is to start working together.
We both
be
like we're good
fair-
friends. We like each other. We're fine with each other. But we
We've
both have
been-
admitted I don't want to hang out with you outside of work since we
We've
work
been-
together.
Yeah, we've been over to their house too once.
Once, like the same week you moved up here and you've been here for 5 years.
Yeah.
No, it's so bad. Like, and that's one of those things that, like, especially because whenever me and Miranda got married, it was discovered that I talk in my sleep, and I'm like, and what do I talk about? And like, I'm telling people what to do in my sleep. Like, so, I mean, that's, yeah, it's like, go there, do that, go over here, do this thing. Like, no, I don't, none of you. And luckily, like the people that I work with now, we've all come to that agreement, right? It's like, we'll be cordial, not hanging out with you on the weekend. You know, get back at work Monday. How was your weekend? Pretty good. How about yours? Pretty good. And then we get to work. That's the extent of our life knowledge of each other. And it's fantastic.
My weekend was great. I wasn't around you.
Yes, exactly.
This isn't even a joke. When we get a new employee and they take them around to meet everybody and they meet me and I'm talking with them, I always mention, I hope we have a good working relationship. We can be work friends, but I'm never hanging out with you. I literally do that when we get a new person. I am that blunt about it. And then people still invite me to things. I'm like, didn't. And here's the thing. People oftentimes think bluntness means sarcasm. And many times it doesn't.
Yeah.
And I have to explain, I'm like, no, it wasn't sarcasm. I really never want to hang out with you ever.
You should just laminate some cards. and they start with, anytime that you feel like hanging out with me, read this card, and it just has no on it.
Well, like I try to tell people too. I'm 35. I've got like 5 friends. That's enough. Like, I don't need more.
Yep.
I don't have time. And the thing is, friendships in general are exhausting. Like, you have to do stuff with people. Fuck that. Oh my God. Like, you get that call. Hey, what are you doing? Nothing. We haven't hung out in a couple weeks. Yeah. And it's been great.
That's currently going on here right now, actually. Like, live, this is happening to Greg in the other room.
Is it really? Yes. See what I mean?
And Greg's like, of course I can't come over. She doesn't allow me to wear pants. How many times have I had to tell you?
All right. F for Greg in the chat.
Poor Greg.
Yes.
Poor Greg. So I really hate it whenever you have a friendship and they just trying to do things with you, you know. Hey, you want to be on my Tuesday show? Hey, you want to be on my Wednesday show? So annoying.
Hey, listen, that's the thing. Like, any one of you could any day say, sorry, I got diarrhea. There's no chance I'm coming to your house to check up on you. Like, I'm just saying, like, it's pretty damn easy.
Who would do that? Oh, I've got diarrhea. Well, do you want me to come over?
I've had fucking people in the past that I worked with that I called in sick and they came over to check on me.
Oh my
It's
God.
like,
Oh, that's kind of creepy.
this is why I
That's
don't
shit that
like
my
you.
mom would do.
It's just I love the people that I'm chatting with here tonight. I consider you all friends.
No, I'm not doing another show.
But no, I'm just saying, like if we lived within driving distance, you would probably still see me about the same amount of time.
Yeah.
Because I don't go places. I like you.
Technically, we could drive over and see #Heathen.
We could. We never will, because that's a long drive.
Fuck that noise, man.
I've got
I don't have
problems.
enough time to do the things that I want to do.
I know.
Much less do things that I feel vaguely obligated to do because we happen to work at the same business.
It's like going to a bar. I've never had an experience going to a bar that was fun. I have never had an experience going out to a bar. Hey, it's going to be fun. We're going to have some drinks. Because I go to a bar and I'm a big guy and I just sit there and somebody wants to fight. And I'm not, I just sit there. I'm like, I don't want to fight. Like, no, I don't want to do. I knew this would happen. I don't want to do this. Do I have like a sign on my forehead that says we should challenge this one to a fight?
No,
you
you
currently have a cloud.
clouds.
Or like
Wavelength.
the last time I went to a bar with a friend, I had like some 50-year-old woman just all of a sudden walk up and put her hand on my crotch, and like I'm drinking and I look over and I've got this toothless grin looking at me, and I'm like, this is not what I came here for.
My God.
Why?
Fucking weird.
That's fucking assault.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, but that's my
It
experience with
happens.
bars. That's my experience with bars. I have never like, and that's the other thing. Anytime someone says you should try this, it'd be fun. No, it's not. No, I don't care what it is. It's not. I guarantee you.
Wait a minute now. Have you tried ayahuasca? I mean,
you need the mega doses of shrooms.
Ugh.
It's like
Dude,
not
hold on.
not the normal doses.
Have you tried ayahuasca?
Like anytime in my life that someone says, try this, it'll be fun, I hate it. It awful.
That's not the experience that I had with you when you came to Texas.
Oh.
Well, that's different.
Yeah, it was.
That's different.
I think we spent more time on this topic than any of
This
the
is
other
the most
topics.
important topic of the week. Stop
You're
it.
saying there's a chance.
People, stop it. And don't introduce me to your other friends. That's another thing. I don't want to meet your other friends.
Oh my God.
Your other friends suck, and they make me think you suck.
Oh my God.
That's how it works.
Well, I'm not introducing you to my friends.
That's most of the time. Like, most of the time I'll meet someone and I'm like, this person's really cool. We could be friends. And then they introduce me to racist McFuckface, who's this other friend. And it's like, God damn it. What the fuck is this shit?
Oh no, they're a good person. I've known them since high school. You just gotta overlook their overt racism. Come on.
Yeah.
Just gotta kind of look past their misogyny and all of the opinions that they hold that are terrible.
Well, I was telling Greg that y'all are like careful with who you have on your channel, because you don't want to have somebody on there and then a week later they're like tweeting something about Jewish people. And he's like, yeah, you got to really watch out for that like surprise anti-Semitism.
Yes.
Yeah.
More common than you think.
It is.
Like,
I've been on channels where the host does not vet a goddamn one of them. Just, oh, you're an atheist? Come on.
Right.
And then when they drop the M-bomb, it's like, whoa.
I got asked one time whenever I first joined this community what my thoughts on the Jew problem were. And I was like, whoa, what? Like, people ask this? Like, I thought you were okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Holy shit.
Like, yeah, so you like video games, you're an atheist, you're in the South. Well, what is your opinion on the Jews? Excuse me. Block.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens. It happens more often than you think.
But it just,
Disappointing.
my main thing is people are exhausting. That's it.
Yeah.
I agree. We'll see y'all later.
Have a good one.
So, anybody else have a rant?
I don't think anybody can top that.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I know Evans had a topic.
I didn't have a topic.
I could have swore you said I'll have a topic when I get there.
Maybe there was
That
there
was
was
maybe.
there was a qualifier on the end there.
If
Like Jordan Peterson, I'm very precise in my language.
if we keep ranting about people, will you maybe have one soon?
Soon.
Soon.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know. I mean, I almost got in trouble at the end of last night's stream, so better not
Right.
rant about people.
Well.
Pew pew.
That's fired.
What about you, hashtag? Any What's happening?
Not much. Just, doing a bunch of shit to make my pain go up. That's fun. But
Yeah.
nothing exciting at all.
Other than you're a cyborg.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
But I was already.
Yeah, but I didn't know until recently.
Yeah, but now we can see the wires. That's what makes all the difference.
Yes, and we now know that resistance is futile.
It is.
What about you, Red? What's happening with you?
I ain't got much.
But I know I love you.
Well, I mean, that's a thing. I guess we'll move on to this then.
This is already going to be good. He's wearing an Ed, Ed, and Eddie shirt.
Yeah.
This is amazing. So if you think this is anything less, then I don't know what to tell you. This dude is smart.
I'm pretty sure I work with this guy.
Holy shit. Oh no.
Yes.
Oh no.
Oh yes. This is
no.
everything that I live for.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah. I think
amazing.
we should watch that again, don't you think? Let's just watch it again.
I think it was an electrical fire officer.
I was trying to get out of the fire on my sled.
I mean, this is nothing less than genius.
Boom.
Like the fact that he doesn't know that when you tip the balance there, the booze is going to go up and get on the.
Yeah.
Look, this person is inebriated enough. Their prefrontal cortex is shut completely down.
This is the kind of activity that they say, "Hey, it'll be fun."
Yes.
It'll be fun.
Exactly. This is what coworkers do.
I guarantee you this guy's from Alabama or Florida, one of the two. There's just no way he's not.
One thing is for damn sure that is not his house.
If this guy's from Alabama or Florida, why the fuck does he have a sled?
That's a good question.
Well, you hook him to the back of the four-wheeler.
Oh.
So
I want to know what happened after this. Like
insurance didn't cover it.
Was it
hospital
Can you just imagine that you're a fucking teenage kid?
Oh my god.
Something like this, you put all that money into a house and it's gone and you're getting nothing for it.
I have a teenager. Don't even.
This is why we don't have stairs.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm sure that's
our biggest fear.
That's the thing.
So I think we need a palate cleanser.
Yay!
So we're gonna cleanse our palates with a baby goat and this Saint Bernard that don't give a fuck. It's just like
Saint Bernard that's given up on life.
Yeah.
It looks like it.
Life is meaningless. Just whatever. Just stomp all over.
Saint Bernard's like, I was bred for a purpose.
Yeah.
We're all
this
gonna
is
die.
not the purpose.
That goat's so cute though with this little sweater.
It is.
Who puts their kids in sweaters?
Kid.
I like how it puts its butt on the dog's head.
As you do.
Just gonna jump up here. Oh, there's my butt.
It's like a cat.
Yeah, pretty much. I've been that lazy before. I think I've been that lazy this week. Well, if there's nothing else, and I reckon there's nothing else happening in the world.
You know what you could do? You could talk about when we recorded this the first time.
Yeah, I recorded this on Wednesday with Maddie and Baldwin, and we went through every single thing, and including the I hate everyone I work with speech. And yeah, we weren't recording.
Yeah.
And that was amazing.
It was.
I really hope that happens again.
No, it was an amazing experience. It was a good chat, but so I think we should shout out Baldwin. Enormous Podcast.
Yes, subscribe. Enormous Baldwin.
They had a good topic that we didn't talk about because it was their topic.
Yeah.
But Yeah,
Not
it
gonna,
was
not
fun.
gonna say what it was because they might want to talk about it next time.
Not gonna say what it was because I don't fucking remember.
I remember what it was. It was not about Russia. Okay.
I've taken a shit since then. I don't remember.
Is that how your memory works?
Yeah.
From shit to shit?
Yep. Exactly.
Oh my god. All
Must
right.
be really bad whenever you get a stomach bug.
Short-term memory problem.
Yeah. It's like, how did I get home?
Oh, well, do you want to shout out your own channels real quick again? Godless Island, Maddie, Objectively Philosophical.
Godless with the.
I am Maddie from Objectively Subjective. You should come and subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. Like I said earlier, I stream on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays now. Mondays is Apolitical Philosophy with Faithless Southerner and Mrs. Snarky. Wednesdays is the THC Power Hour, Two Heathens Chatting with #Heathen. And then Friday is On Our Last Nerve with all the lovely people here except for Red.
Yep.
Poor Red.
The first Sunday of every month is
the first Sunday of every month is Spectrum Chats. Thank you.
You're welcome. If you're
that's
watching
with-
this in the future, Maddie's name has likely changed.
No, it hasn't. That
So
is
hit me up at Faithless South on Twitter, and I'll let you know what their new name is.
And
Yeah,
you're blocked.
and
You're
you're
probably blocked.
yeah.
Yeah,
You're blocked.
definitely
you're definitely blocked.
Even if you've never interacted with them,
Yeah.
even if you've never even heard of them.
I've
You're
never even
blocked.
heard of them.
But like you heard today, I don't want friends, so don't worry
It
about
all
it.
makes sense now.
But yeah, my hosts on Spectrum Chats are Trans Gamer Girl, who's in the chat, and also Mike Silver
And
and Mrs. Snarky. God damn it!
Wow.
Oh my god.
Well, #Heathen.
Look, I'm just gonna try and tell you this: that there's stuff going on that my brain just can't.
Okay. #Heathen.
Hi, I'm #Heathen. So I have some shit on my channel, and that's #Heathen-y stuff. And then, as Maddie said, I'm on their channel Wednesdays and Fridays, and I'm here on Saturdays. So check all this stuff out. If you're not watching Mrs. Snarky yet, you should do that.
Yes.
If you're not
Okay.
watching Snarky yet,
you probably haven't seen this.
how would you?
I know
Yeah.
that's the joke.
Oh,
Thank you for explaining it though, Maddie. It
thank
makes
you!
it makes it funnier.
Yay!
It's funny when you explain them. All right. So, Faithless Southerner.
I am the Faithless Southerner, and the only thing that matters about my channel is I released a video before Red Venture.
Speaking of which, we have also Red Venture.
Yep. Red Venture, do some response video stuff. I have a couple other ideas planned. It's just kind of more setting the stage for those things. So if you want to subscribe, keep a lookout. Video coming tomorrow.
Whoop, whoop. And as per usual, I have most of everyone's links in the description except for Red's, but I will definitely be getting that link in there after the show. And I also have merch. Buy my merch down in the description. I have a Patreon, so if you want to join the after show, all it takes is $1 a month, and you can get access to the after show, which will be soon.
Doing an
Trademark.
after show.
We're doing an after show, y'all.
We're doing an after show.
After show.
Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Yeah, I also have a Streamlabs.
Bless
Yes,
you.
Indeed. I also have a Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Mrs. Snarky, and yada, yada, yada. Thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell. And thank you for watching. Bye. Oh, wait. Know yourself and stay snarky.
Don't have sex with light bulbs.
A special thank you to all my wonderful patrons. I really appreciate your support. Also, like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss another snarky video. Don't forget to know yourself and stay snarky.